Dennis Quaid is on the voyage of a lifetime.
Mission Control, Command, do you read me?
And his destination's a place man has gone before.
I'm in here, inside your body.
His destination is Martin Short's inner space.
I'm possessed!
Next Wednesday at 7.
In this peaceful corner of the English countryside lives a man who can strike fear into the stoutest hearts. Now, for the first time, his victims speak.
Oh, what a carry-on. It's taken a long time for me to trust men again.
What further fiendish plots is this man planning? All will be revealed in the new series of Noel's House Party. Saturday at 7:10 on BBC One.
Meet Hayley Finch. She's 4 years old. Hayley's mother holds the hope that one day Hayley will walk as straight and tall as other children. Hayley's doctor holds the evidence of some 50 fractures to her bones. And Hayley's surgeon holds the tools to mend them. For Hayley, it's just a case of holding on. The Children's Hospital returns. Thursday, 8 o'clock, BBC One.
And on BBC One now, your Points of View with Anne Robinson.
Good evening. Was Danny Baker's guest drunk? And why were members of the audience of Question Time horrid to the nice woman from the Times? And isn't Jeremy Paxman getting popular?
I'd just like to say well done to Jeremy Paxman, since he was kind enough to say it 34 times last Wednesday.
24, actually.
Well done. You're right, well done. Well done. Well done. Right, well done. Well done. Well done. Correct, well done. Well done. And finally, well done.
And isn't he gorgeous? Less so two guests on Rugby Special.
As the newly appointed captain of the England women's team, I was extremely pleased to see a piece about the women's game. But why did the editor leave in the ill-informed male chauvinist comments made by two so-called guest celebrities? Next time the producer wants a comment on women's rugby, I suggest they speak to somebody capable of answering the question. I've never heard a rugby critic discussing the relative merits of how decorous a male player looks on the field.
And if you didn't see this piece of classic sexist chit-chat from two grown men, Jeff Probyn and Troy Coker, here it comes again.
I have to say that I'm not in favour of it, not from any sexist point of view, but I like my women to be quite attractive without too many scars, too many ears like this, or broken noses. So, you know, rugby is a contact game. It's not really a game that I think women should play. But they enjoy it, so it's up to them.
Each to their own. As Jeff says, I wouldn't, look forward to going out with a bird that looked a bit like Jeff, but anyhow.
Unbelievable. Inside Story last Thursday told the unhappy but absorbing tale of Lloyd's victims, tens of thousands of names who'd underwritten risks and who now find themselves, the title of the film called it, wiped out.
By allowing Lloyd's the right to self-regulation in 1982, the British government itself underwrote its respectability. Then, in June 1991, the Lloyd's insurance market announced a loss of £510 million.
I now owe Lloyd £3 million.
My wife underwrote £1.5 million of premium. I wrote £2 million of premium.
We knew the risks of going into Lloyd's, but we did not anticipate that the worst losses in Lloyd's 300-year history would happen to coincide with our rather short span of life.
That last couple reduced to a mobile home, but viewers were not sympathetic.
The film didn't mention the reason these people got into the Lloyd's names game in the first place. All of them were already very rich, driven by their own greed and the chance to double or treble their fortunes. They played a game of their own volition and without having to deposit any money. Your gentleman who stood by his Bentley and sobbed didn't tell us how many millions he'd made from Lloyd's to start.
And?
My feeling is people never moaned when they were making money and raking in profit, but the minute they lose a penny, they start screaming and shouting.
Well, we asked producer Philippa Walker if she could tell us just how much money those featured in the film had made over the years they'd been associated with Lloyd's, and it turns out very few had made any at all because they joined syndicates only in the 80s when gains were tiny compared to recent losses. Casualty last Saturday featured a young patient with cystic fibrosis, this from a mother, Michelle Robinson of Coventry.
More than once it was stated that the young girl did not look 12 and was going to die anyway. As a parent of a child with this condition, it isn't helpful. If they were to take a look at my healthy 5-year-old, they wouldn't even know she had cystic fibrosis.
And on a point of order, Clive Abercrombie in Wellingborough.
Do Casualty scriptwriters belong to some sort of minimalist group? The inquiry, "Are you all right?" a dozen times per episode is irritating me almost beyond endurance. If somebody's crying, screaming, hysterical and or bleeding, especially in hospital, they are not all right.
That apart, a nice man rang the duty office to thank the producer for reverting to the original video format after complaints that fiddling around with it to give a grainy look